Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with Crafty Girl Makes. This is going to be a really quick video because I had already recorded a video and yeah, the audio was all messed up here. I thought, oh, I'm doing so good. I got rid of the phone. I got the second camera on here, only to realize that yeah, it was picking up the audio from both cameras, and oh my gosh, again, Hot Mess Express over here, this girl. So yeah, I just was doing a video. I did a video of with the Bible journaling. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I did not sleep last night. I did not sleep. I went to sleep at 9:30. I got up at 12:30 and took a nap this morning. Yeah. So, at any rate, I'm going to flip the camera down. I'll show you what I did. I'll go through it, and yeah, we'll just get started here. Okay, that's what I did. Let me explain why. So I had started out just telling everybody that I don't even know where I was at with this. That's so frustrating, you know, to have to work up the nerve to do a video and then have it just be complete poo. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. Anyway, so what I was telling everybody is in here, in this journal, when I started going through the journal pages, and I realized that there was some very heavy questions that were being asked on these pages. And so I was showing everybody how you can journal what's in your heart, journal what's on your mind, and cover it up. And that's what we did here on the last video that I, deleted because the audio was, I should have just done a voiceover. I wish I would have thought about just doing a voiceover, and I didn't. That's okay. I'm just going to do this one more time. Let me read to you. God the Rescuer. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. Go, look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. Joshua 2:1. Along with many of the inhabitants of Jericho, Rahab had heard the stories about the Israelites' powerful God. They were a force to be reckoned with, and now they were marching on the way to Jericho, the city where she lived with her family. Looking at the circumstances, her future didn't look good. The city was buzzing about the possibility of war and destruction. Then the rumors started. There were spies in the city. They must be found. There was a frantic search, and Rahab knew she had to make a choice. She quickly brought the 2 spies into her home and gave them a place to hide. Though she knew that God was on the side of the Israelites, what she didn't realize before was that the title Savior is part of God's character. It means to rescue, and that rescue is available for anyone. Like with Rahab, God always has a rescue plan in the middle of trouble, even when it appears there's no way out. Isn't that so true? Isn't that so true? I cannot count the times in my life where I would be in a certain circumstance and things would work out like this morning, for instance. After the hot mess video, cringy video that I made on Monday, that first video I put out there, after that I just kept thinking, man, I don't even know if I should be doing this. This is crazy. What am I thinking? And then I got a message from one of the gals in my business group And she said she was proud of me. That was great. I did that first video. Now to do the second one. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to do the second one. And then, of course, that all got all messed up. So here I am, pretty much doing a third one, but it'll be the second one that I post for this. So, yeah, so back to this. These questions, and I do have, right here. I just had to give me 1 second to find it here, and I can read these questions. And here they are. So the questions that are over here are: what circumstances make you feel scared of the future? What in your life makes you believe you aren't worthy of being rescued by God? And how has God protected and preserved your family? Those are some pretty hard questions. Sometimes we don't want people to read the answers that we've written, you know, things that are inside of us, because sometimes it's just not for everybody. You know, those are private thoughts and private feelings. And so that's what I had done here. I was writing down the prompts. I was showing some techniques on how you can do, pretty much it's just a scribble writing. I'll just kind of show, you know, I was explaining how, if you don't already know, I live full-time in our fifth wheel. We travel full-time. So we are always moving, and that's very hard. That is very difficult for me. For one, being away from family, being away from my grandchildren, my children, it's hard. And having to pick up and move and pack and unpack and set up and take down, it's a lot. Especially right now, you know, I'm 53, so you can imagine. So what I was showing was just a technique where you can write things out, and I'll just write some stuff out here, and show you how you can change up. So I just have a little thing here. It says God has great plans for you, so I'm going to write that like I would if I were journaling out my thoughts. Okay, as you can see, you really can't tell what it says. I know what it says. I got it out of me. It's there. But you can't see what it says. So you can do that type of writing, and basically I just squished everything up, never stopped writing, didn't separate my words, and just kind of started one over on the word that I left off with. Does that make sense? So you can do that, and you can make your words illegible. You're still getting them out, but you're making it to where everybody doesn't have that knowledge. That's between you and God. So okay, then I told everyone that I gave them pages in my school, SKOOL school. In the classroom there. It's Crafty Girl Makes is the school room. The classroom, I put some, so this study is in there, along with that first cringy video making this journal. And there's just a bunch of papers. These were original jelly prints that I had made. I scanned them in and put them in there for everybody. And then I was showing that you can just tear the pages up and collage with them as much or as little as you'd like. And then you can use your ephemera, you can use any little thing that you have to put on here. I just used some inexpensive acrylic paint markers that I'd got off of Amazon, and I used those on here. And then I used a little bit of gesso to go over it. And you don't have to do this. I just like to mute my colors back a little bit. You can use that right over your writing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to show you some pages that I've done in the past and what those look like. Let me set this right up here. Okay, so I was telling everybody this is a page that I had done that was very, very similar to that technique that I just showed you. There were some things on here. You can see it, and that there was a background because this was going to started out being something other than what it is. And I was having a meltdown that day. I was frustrated with a lot of things, and I ended up putting black paint all over these pages, and just literally with my hands rubbed it all over. Then I came back in. I don't know if you can see behind here is the word chaos. That's how I was feeling. There was just so much chaos inside of me. And then I took some paint markers and I wrote all of the words that bubbled up inside of me, I don't know what is a good way to put it. I hate to say self-hate, but you know, there's times when that yuck comes up and out, and you have so many cruddy thoughts about yourself, and that's where I was at that day. So I wrote down all of those things, and I just left it. I set the journal aside, and I just left it. It was like, it is what it is. Then a couple weeks later, I came back and I came across this verse on here. And it says, "He will cover you with his feathers. You will take refuge under his wings. His faithfulness will be a protective shield." And I knew immediately I needed to find some feathers, which I did. Cut them all out, painted them, and then I proceeded to take those feathers and cover those words. Cover up the words those mean and nasty words I had said about myself. Then I found these words, what God says about me, and I just put those all over. Because truly, we do take refuge in his wings. We take refuge in his word. He loves us like no other. So that is basically the technique that I was showing. You know, how to cover that. You don't always have to cover it. I have some. Just depends on how you feel. This is one that I did. You can see I covered over, but not. I left it to where I could see it. These are just a bunch of prayers that I wrote down. Some of this stuff has writing underneath it. You'd never know. So that's what I really wanted to show here on this was just really how you can journal your heart out to the Lord and then cover it, and that's between you and God. And that's what I did on there. Other than that, since I didn't get to do it live with you on here, that's really all I had today. I just wanted to just share that and journal a little bit about that with you. And it's okay if we have these crazy days. It's okay. We'll get through it. He'll see us through it. Alright, well, I hope that you'll join me again to see what this crafty girl makes. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.